Good afternoon. I have a little story. Now this one is sort of like maybe X-rated. My husband doesn't know this story. So when I was in 6th grade, we had to take that class. Now usually they'll give a sort of euphemism, right? Like marriage education or family life education. But I was living in the bluest of the blue states, and there were no euphemisms. Now they told us in this class that the most important thing when it came to these sorts of marriage matters was you must never be embarrassed, and you must never, ever, ever, ever laugh. Well, by nature, all I do is laugh. So I had a big problem. So all year, I tried to sort of like bite my cheeks from the inside, like, so that I wouldn't laugh. And it worked. I think I had like blisters, but it worked. And I didn't laugh, and I didn't get in trouble. But we were going to have a big final exam, and I had made my decision, which is that I was going to take an F. I wasn't going to write any of those answers, because you see, they taught us all these things with the very most explicit, specific, real terms, and I didn't want to write those words. I didn't think it would be ladylike. So when the day of our exam came, I was fully prepared to take a 0. Now, in general, I was a little bit, like, nerdy. So I didn't usually get 0s. And I was a very sort of nervous sort of child. Like, I still, I'm still the same person. So I didn't like the idea of getting a 0, but I thought it was my best option. Can I tell you something? My entire life, I have never been right about anything except that. That is definitely the best choice. Take a 0. It's cool to do bad in school anyway. But, I had made my decision. And so when they passed out the exams, I was so surprised to find that really what she had done was she had just taken all these terms that I didn't want to write, and she'd assigned them letters A through Z down one column, and on the other column were a list of definitions, and all we had to do was write in which letter, A through Z. And I thought, okay, nothing wrong with writing the alphabet, right? Okay. So I wrote in the correct, as far as I knew, letters to match the terms. And then she collected our exams, and the teacher came back the next week, and she said, I am so angry and disappointed because we have spent all year studying this, marriage education, and you students have written the absolute worst exams ever. None of you know anything. You're terrible. You're failures. And I'm very, very, very angry and very disappointed. And then she came over to me and she said, except for Kate here. She got them all right. She did a perfect exam. I was so embarrassed. Let me explain to you. I had to take this class with boys. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life, okay? If you want to know what's the worst thing that's ever happened to Kate, that's it, that exam.